Yo, what's up guys? Gonna be talking about my John boat fishing boat build that I have going on right now. It's still a work in progress, but I figured I'd show you what I have, where I'm going, and hopefully the potential outcome of this. So it's a 12-foot aluminum modified V-hull, V in the front, flat in the back. Kind of wish I had a flat, but it does good. So what I got going on here, we'll start from the back of the boat, work our way forward. I don't have an outboard yet, so I'm just using a 40-pound thrust trolling motor, but with a 12-foot aluminum boat and this still puts you along about 6-7 miles an hour in the water. Transom, or excuse me, motor mount. There we go. Still got to do a little pretty work in here, but this is 1x6, which I double treat it with Thompson water seal. You can still see a couple of spots that I missed on it, but it's been in the water a few times and there's no issues with the water or anything on it. Same thing in here. Now what I did do on the outside, because I heard that these riveted boats, they tend to leak a little, so I treated the outside with the marine grade adhesive. I think it's the 8 something model, of course I forget, but I went along the entire seam, all the rivets. Same thing on the inside, painted the entire inside. Added a aluminum structure so that way it takes a little bit of weight off the back. And the same thing, adhesive over those. Changed out the default braces on the end with some diamond plate aluminum. It does add a lot more stability to it. That's where a battery busted once. I managed to get it cleaned up off the bottom, but it did leave a little mark on the seat. This is 1/2-inch thick plywood, but it's same thing, double treated with Thompson water seal, both sides. And I pre-drilled the screw holes and even put some down the screw holes also. Just throw whatever seats, swivel mounts. And here I thought I was gonna have a problem with leaking, but I didn't, so I kind of overkilled it. Painted everything with the rubber sealer, but I didn't need it, so it just kind of looks like a mess right now. Deck on the front. This is actually stable. Let's see if we can get a view of it here on the inside. There is a 2x6 that's going vertical right in front of the seat, and then there's a 2x6 that's going to go across, and then another vertical right behind the front seat. And then everything's just screwed down to the wood. And then to make it even, kind of had to add a lift on the front seat because the front seat did sit a little bit lower. But when this is in the water, this is actually level. You can stand on it. You know, you can brace yourself across center. You can stand long ways. It don't matter. You can cast from it. It does all right. The front, I left it hollow so that way I can just throw supplies up here. Still coming up with a better idea right now. I just got a piece of plywood in there so that way my stuff doesn't fall backwards. And then the front, reinforced what was there. Have a piece of aluminum going across on the inside. Same thing here, an aluminum plate on both sides. So that way I don't warp the front end just because this piece here had broke. And the paint that I done on it, it's a flat olive green, but it's actually rough texture. It's not smooth texture. Smooth, you'd have less drag in the water, but the rougher texture, I'm noticing a lot less sound as I'm walking around on it. And then again, this is just me being paranoid probably. It probably has zero effect at all when I'm out there fishing. So this is the current setup that I have. So future of what I intend on doing, this isn't cut exactly the best. Trying to cut at angle with a skeel saw. actually doesn't work out pretty good. I don't want to take this up, so I'm going to get a beam or a rubber tube and cut it, fill it down in there, so that way it kind of has a rubber bumper going around the entire edge. So that would take care of that. I'm going to create a steering mechanism on that side of the boat, so that way when you're standing or sitting in the front, you can still steer your trolling motor from the back. I just don't want to mount the motor in the front because I have the motor and the battery in the back, and then with me standing in the front, it's going to be a lot of weight up there. So if I could put this, keep all my other stuff in the back, and then I stand in the front, it really balances the boat out for me. The next project is I also want to install a fish finder. I'm going to attempt to create some sort of mount that comes off of the boat right above this crease, and see if I can get it to come down just at the water's edge from there. But that's my current build. Kind of a boring video, but this is just what I'm working on and where I intend to go from there. Also, stay tuned because next week I have the updated build video for the kayak cart. Have a great day, guys.